Gonna start this off. Welcome to the show.
Bunch of fucking bullshit.
Shut up! It's not turntablism.
I hate you so much.
What it is.
Shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Dude, I fucking hate that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Coming to you live from the afternoon. Great, excellent. Great, excellent, great, excellent, great, excellent. Double drinks, because sometimes you need two things, right? You need an upper and a downer just to balance yourself out a bit. Why have one drink when you could have two? If you're broke, like me, you need to indulge in excess where you can. So here, double. You may also notice, well, first of all, look, before I get into this shit, welcome to Things I Hate 17. Holy fuck, dude. So weird. The numbers keep getting bigger. Weird. Welcome to Things I Hate 17. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, everyone, again, for listening. People keep coming out of the woodwork. I want to give a special shout out to Marky Mark from K-Sig. You know who you are. Last time I was on here, I talked about pants. And I talked about ignoring recommendations. But unfortunately for pants, I really need recommendations. Marky Mark came in with a nice recommendation. I took a quick glance at Doer pants. I think it's D-U-E-R. And they looked pretty good, so I'm going to take a more in-depth glance at them later. Developments on my life. Good day today. Parce que. That means because in French. Fucking my ignorant American listeners. Pleasure to have you as always. Parce que. That means because in French. Great day because we're doing Things I Hate in the afternoon, which is a novelty for me. Usually I do it in the morning. I get up early and I'm just like wired and ready to go. But I was in back home visiting my fam today in Ottawa. It was my dad's birthday of the weekend, so I got to see them. That was pretty cool. So anyway, I got a good one, I think, today. At least partly good. I might have to sift through some bullshit, but partially good. Update. Look at this sexy bitch right here. What do we have here, huh? What do we have here versus this ugly piece of crap? Look at this stupid shit. Hey, question for you guys. Can you tell me what time it is without looking at this guy? Hey, what time is it? What time is it? Can you fucking tell? Because I can't from over there. Oh, but can you tell me what weather it is out? What the temperature is? So this is this bullshit alarm clock I was talking about. Look at how much bigger the temperature is than the fucking time. Bro, are you kidding me? This should go outside so that you can look out of your window and then see the temperature. That would be good. The temperature's big, so you put it at a distance. I can't believe this. So this is the bullshit motherfucker that I was talking about. And this podcast has been great because it forced me to go, well, it didn't force me, but it prompted me to go buy this sexy bitch. Now look at this saucy son of a bitch. Now that's some shit, right? That's fucking heavy duty clock. I don't even know if this is the right time because I was showing it off to my buddy, my cousin. And anyway, just listen to how loud this fuck is. Hold on. This is tough. Hold on. Shit, wait. It's so sick though. Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Sorry. Hell yeah, dude. That is some shit. And I'm going to put it. Oh fuck. Yeah, okay. I'm going to put it. I'm putting it on a half-hour timer because I don't want this podcast to be too crazy long. So I haven't done a timer yet. Well, I think I tried to before, but it just didn't work out. But we're gonna do it this time. None of these things are blocking my face, right? You guys see my beautiful face here, baby. Let's just make this a little more visually appealing. Great to see you guys. I love this. Great. Okay, so yeah, we have a couple things. Well, I'll just run through some of this shit because some of this shit's kind of wild. So when things, apps or something, ask you to add your phone number for security, it always pisses me off because it's like, bro, you know, when Google is like, why don't you put in 2-factor? It's like, dude, you already have so much of my fucking information. Your hand is so far up my ass. You could use me like a puppet. Like, just let me keep my fucking phone number. Can you just chill the fuck out? You know what I mean? And it's Google is so fucking shit evil now. And you know their motto used to be "Don't be evil," and now they're into all types of weird, fucked up shit. You know, I don't know. All my opinions are just conjecture and hearsay. So, but they just don't feel like a good company. It's the same with Apple. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I just think it's goofy and like ironic when people are like apps are like, we need your phone number for added security, but it's like, okay, well, it's not gonna be very secure from you now, is it? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, there's some conspiracy bullshit for you. I'm a single guy. Took me a while to be okay with being single. Had a lot of insecurities about it. Still probably do, you know, but I'm pretty good now. But I was thinking about it the other day, and I was like, you know what? I really need a girlfriend. Not for the companionship or the love or whatever, but I need somebody to rub lotion on my back because my back gets really dry in the winter, and I can't reach the spot. It's like right back there, so I can't rub it effectively. So that was just something I need. All my passwords have "fuck you" in them because I hate creating passwords because so many fucking things ask you to log in, right? You need an account for everything. Some little, you know, you go to use some app once. It's like, can you make an account? Can you chill the fuck out? I just want to use your stupid little shit one time for free. Is it too much to ask that you give everything you've made to me for free? That's all I want. Take your work that you've done on your own time, and I don't want to pay you or compensate you in any way for it. Just give it to me for free. And don't ask me to fucking log in. What am I, a saint? No, I'm not going to give you my login info, you stupid fuck. Just let me use your shit for free. Oh, I didn't prepare this. So we'll skip it. I'll do it next time. If you ever, well, I'm not even going to frame this as advice. Sometimes, you know, I'm not fucking rolling in dough. Hardly. I got to watch my pennies big time. And sometimes it bums me out because I just want to ball out and like buy shit, you know. And then the other day I was like kind of bummed out about being poor. And then I ordered ramen because it was like in the budget. So I ordered like a nice ramen here. And then while I was waiting, I was too hungry. So I made nachos, right? And then I ate ramen and nachos together. Bro, I felt like a fucking king. And it was just like, you know, it was sick. And then I was thinking, like, I'm pretty socialist and on board for not communism, but, you know, like, let's spread the wealth. You know, the billionaire thing is crazy. So I'm pretty diehard, and it's like I'm pretty on board for socialism and all that shit, but also I would love a fucking servant. And I feel like this is one of the struggles of millennials is like we love not doing shit. I feel like maybe I'll get a lot of hate from this, but I feel like as a generation we are kind of soft but that's kind of good because it's like, you know, it's not like we want to grow up like our parents did and like have no kind of emotional connection with anything and like be beaten if we fucking say something wrong. Like, no, that's a bad thing. But the kind of the flip side of this benefit of this like increased emotional intelligence and like more stretch on like communication and stronger relationships that way. The flip side is kind of in some cases softer. And I'm speaking from my own experience, you know, like I'm a very sensitive human. I'm very, you know, I'm timid in certain cases to like start projects because millennials don't like failure. You know, we don't want to fail. And I think that's kind of a big difference. So between us and like older generations is we've increased our emotional intelligence greatly, but at sometimes a cost of like, for lack of a better word, like toughness, you know, like mental fortitude, the ability to take a hit and keep walking. But so we've increased our emotional sensitivity. So that's where all the PC culture came aware of, right? Everyone is like, okay, like, you know, like everybody has struggles, everybody has feeling. Let's make sure we're inclusive to everyone. And so as kind of along that, there's a lot of like surge of like, you know, a lot of young people are like, yo, like universal healthcare, you know, like a bit of more of socialist tendencies. But at the same time as this is going on, we have like social media, which is pushing like live the life, baby, travel, blah, 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 you know, all this shit. And I was just thinking to myself the other day, and I was like, dude, yeah, like fucking tax the billionaires, like fuck the system. But then I had to like get up from my couch and go to the kitchen. And I was like, dude, I would really love a servant to just do this for me so that I don't have to fucking move. Because it's like, I don't want to do that shit. And then I was thinking about like Amazon. Like, you know, Amazon is not a great company for a lot of, because of how it treats its workers. But I still order from it because it's so fucking convenient. And so that's the thing. It's like, you know, I'm like, man, I hope that we live in a utopian socialist society, but I hope that I get to keep like 5 servants to just do what I want. So if anyone wants a job where I don't pay you money and you just do shit for me, you know, I'm hiring. This coffee tastes like shit. This beer is good though. Say word. I just wrote, you can't hypnotize me because that's not fucking real. I was in one of my therapy sessions. My therapist was like, hey, maybe we should try hypnosis. And I'm not going to say to the guy, that's fucking bullshit. And that part of your education is a total sham, you know, because I don't want to hurt his feelings. So, but he's like, let's try that. And I'm just like, sure. Like, sure, we can try hypnotism. TBH, I'm actually very curious to see if it works. I'm hella skeptical, but I'm very curious. Because you know where you see hypnotists? You see them in the fucking margins of society. You know where you always see a hypnotist? Is at those stupid fucking school rallies. You know, you have some rally and it's not like the big important rally. It's kind of like a B rally, or maybe it is the big important rally, but you know, you're like way into the event, into this season, and this is like this the hypnotist is like, you know, he's like 10th on the roster on the listing for tonight. And he's always some fucking sketchy looking dude who just looks like he fucking is depressed and divorced, you know, and lives in his mom's basement. And he's like, I'm a fucking hypnotist. And he's like, I've come to a school filled with like young people to try and hypnotize them, which is just like, I know it's not 100% sketchy, but it's also like, that's kind of a weird premise, you know? Why don't you go to like an old folks home and hypnotize them? You know, it's like just, it's predatory a bit. And then they're always kind of dicks. Like I saw one guy, and this is like some rally in my fucking school, and he gets on stage and then he kind of gives instructions. It's like a little shit stage, you know, and he gives instructions like, this is dangerous stuff. So when you get off the stage, make sure you exit using the like 3 stairs that it takes to get on the stage. You know, the stage is like maybe a couple feet high. Some fucking cool guy on stage, like a fucking cool guy, not a stupid nerd, fakes being hypnotized to fuck with the hypnotist, which is hilarious and like exactly what I would have done. Maybe not. Maybe I wouldn't have had the balls, but like that's hilarious, and that's what you should do. He fakes being hypnotized. Obviously, the hypnotist gets mad because he's just got made fun of in front of like a whole student body, as he fucking should, right? And so then after this cool guy fucking does his nice move, he steps directly down off the stage. And then the hypnotist is like, that's not funny. And the hypnotist is like dead. He's like, that's not funny. That's not funny. I'm gonna need you to leave. And he makes the kid leave. The hypnotist is like what, late 30s, probably 40s. And he's like, you kid, because you just stepped down 2 feet, now you have to leave. Fuck you, bro. Don't make that kid leave just because he got the better of you so badly. Just because you got fucking wrecked for being a dumb hypnotist. Like, just let him, you know, if you're a hypnotist, you set yourself up for getting made fun of. It's just, dude, I'm a hypnotist. Fuck. So dumb. TBH, though, still down to try it. Always down to try shit. I'm always down to try shit. I'll make fun of it, but I'm always down to give it a shot. COVID gives you opinions on things that you didn't realize you had. My sanitizers, I have hand sanitizers placed strategically around my house. And when you use them, the hand sanitizer liquid congeals and blocks the sanitizer barrel. Excuse me. And then it blocks it, and it's like, I'm not going to get too graphic, but I think we can all know what I'm talking about. When a congealed substance blocks a certain type of tubular passageway and partially prevents liquid from ejecting, if you will, out of said pathway, and then you get all this congealed thing in the tube, then you push down the hand sanitizer and it sprays out and goes in 5 different directions. I think we all know what I'm referencing without saying, I'm talking about cum in a dick. So we all know what I'm talking about. So I was just looking at it and I was like, I wish that somebody would make a hand sanitizer that didn't congeal. So it's like I didn't have to dig out the nasty congealed shit out of my hand sanitizer. But then at the same time, it's like, well, I got to turn on the alarm there. It's like, well, it's kind of fun to pick it out. It's like picking a pimple. So anyway. Oh, whenever I drink, I go like this. I do it out the side of my mouth, right? Instead of going like this. I didn't really want to drink, but I instead of going straight up. And for a long time, I thought it was just like something I developed because I thought it was just kind of fun to be like, kind of like tough or whatever. And then I realized it's just because my big fuck off nose. I can't tilt it up that much. It hits my nose. You don't see it as much with this bottle, but I have like a water bottle with like a wide thing, and I go like this, and it hits my fucking nose. So I gotta go to the side like that. So anyway, I have a buddy of mine. He hit me up, and he was like, "This guy is like really." To oversimplify, he's scared of his emotions. That's an oversimplification and not really fair. But it's just to give you an idea. He doesn't like to talk about his feelings that much, and which is fine. I've learned that if people don't want to talk about shit, don't fucking talk about it. Like, don't make them talk about it. If somebody's not comfortable with it, just let it go. That's their fucking life. Who am I to be like, you have to talk like this, right? Live your life. Do whatever you want. But the thing is that he doesn't like talking about his emotions. And then as kind of like under that umbrella, he doesn't like admitting interest into things, really, right? He's kind of like, he's always like, it's okay, I guess. It's all right, even though he's like really into it. So he hits me up, he sends me an email, and he's like, he's into music. He's a really good musician. And he's kind of slow to adopt new things just because of, this personality. So he hits me up and he's like, I ended up with a keyboard. Like it's a fucking accident. Bro, just say you bought a keyboard. Dude, I got a keyboard. It's great, Instead he writes, I ended up with a keyboard. Like, dog. What, did you like trip into a keyboard store? You know what I mean? Like you gotta go, you have to go get it. So I just thought it was like dumb that he's like, I ended up with a keyboard. It's like, okay, somebody really twisted your arm on that one. That one I'm going to skip. I feel like I told it. Yeah, I'm all for communism, but I'd also love a servant. Yeah. I wish my parents beat me up more. This is the same thing I was saying about millennials. I think like we got really protected a lot by our parents. I think we were like, a lot of us were like helicopter parented, spoiled. I don't think it's like, I don't mean it's like our generation is so shit. That's not what I'm trying to say. It's just as generations get more and more emotionally intelligent, there was, I think, in our generation, like maybe an overcorrection, but maybe that's a bit too simple of a word. But anyway, a lot of us, I think, were kind of sheltered from failure. And maybe I'm generalizing or projecting. I know I was. You know what? I won't even say a lot of us. I just say I was really fucking sheltered from failure. And I didn't have a lot of like failure experience. And I was like, I just wish I was like toughened up a little more. Like I was allowed to fail. I was allowed to struggle a bit. And would have been nice if I was beaten a little bit. Would have toughened me up, you know. I was actually talking about this with my parents. I had a ski coach. He used to be a ski racer, like downhill with the skin suits and all that shit. And I had a ski coach. And for skiing, you have training on the off season where you like run and do squats and shit, whatever. And I was like, I don't know, probably like 12, something like that. And I show up at the fucking training. This guy is hardcore, you know. You want to talk about tough? This guy's fucking hardcore. Shaved head, thick, short guy, right? But like muscular, not fat. Tough, was a construction worker, fucking, you know, like tough teeth. And he's just a tough guy. And I hadn't been used to that because I'm like, you know, upper middle class. I went to a private school. I'm like the youngest boy. I was like pretty spoiled. So I was like pretty soft. 2 older sisters, you know, no older brother. And so I go up to this guy. I'm wearing zip-off pants from the Gap. And they're essentially like pants. And then they have a zipper around the knee so you can zip them off and turn them into shorts. Cool, right? And this was back in the day when Gap was like the shit and everyone was rocking Gap, you know? And they had those big fuck-off sweaters. And then my sisters were always like, Gap stands for gay and proud, when people were still using gay as an insult. It was like 2001 or the 90s or whatever. Anyway, but I had these zip-off pants from Gap. And then I go up to him, and it's like a kind of mild day out. It's in the fall. It's not too cold. It's not too hot. And he's like, okay, guys, like you got to go run and do like whatever, a couple laps of whatever place. And I go up to him and I'm like, do you think I should wear my zip-off shorts or should I make them into pants? And then he goes, he like looks at me. He's like, look over there. And I turn and I look and there's fucking nothing there. And then I hear, and he fucking slaps me on the back of the head. And he's like, go fucking run or something like that. And I ran the laps. And as I ran the laps, I fucking bawled. I was like, why did he hit me? I can't believe that. And I needed way more of that in my life. Like, way fucking more. You know, I needed like 50,000 of those. Don't you fucking idiot. Like, what are you doing? Like, just get it together. You know what I mean? I could have used that way sooner. But whatever. My middle sister would do it to me sometimes. Sometimes I'd ask a question. I'd be like, but where do we put this? You know, or like, what do I do now? And she'd be like, Tom, just think. Just open your eyes and use your head, you know? And she was so fucking right. I was just being an idiot. You just, cause like, it's like that kind of behavior is like, I'm too scared to make a decision on my own. You tell me what to do so that I don't have to think about it. It's like laziness and a bit of fear. And anyway, so shout out to that ski coach. I love you, buddy. And meditation apps are bullshit. Because just, okay, meditation, right? An ancient art passed down through generations of different religions, right? This meditation has been a form in different parts of the world, different cultures for, I don't know, eons. I think is probably too long. I don't know if humans have been around that long, but thousands of years, tens of thousands of years, probably. And maybe not tens. Anyway, a long fucking time. It's been around for thousands of years. And it's an ancient art. The point of it is to center yourself. The point of it is to not be distracted, right? It's to be alone with your thoughts. Be at peace, right? Recognize the thoughts that are going through your head and let them flow out of you. Okay? You can't put that in a fucking app. That goes against the whole thing. That'd be like if they made an app that was like, we're going to help you not look at a screen so much. It's like, bro, that's the opposite. At some point, okay, as a culture, we got to get our fucking shit together and just draw the line in the apps. And I fucking draw it at meditation apps because that doesn't make any fucking sense, okay? If you want to meditate, just do it without an app. Don't just learn how to not use the app because it's just a whole nother distraction. The point of meditation is to fucking calm your mind, fucking, chill out, fucking relax your stresses. And it's to remove distractions from your life. And then you're going to download an app. It's going to ask for an account because every fucking thing needs an account. So now you got another password, another piece of shit account, another bullshit thing that's emailing you emails in your fucking inbox saying, you forgot to use your fucking, and we have a promotion going, and all that bullshit. All that shit is going to come with this, quote, meditation app that's designed to make you chill the fuck out. It doesn't make any fucking sense. If you have made a meditation app, if you're a meditation app developer, fuck you. Fuck you straight to hell. You know it's wrong. You stupid, lying piece of shit. Go work for another company. Stupid ass motherfucker. Pisses me off. If you use them, look, man, you're not as much of a fault. It's I get it. Sometimes some of them have those soothing stories. The stories are nice, but it's like, just let's move past the need for apps on all things. Like, apps are so sick, but a meditation app, God, that just makes me sick. It's like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with us that we can't even meditate without an app? That is, Jesus. So don't use that shit. If you make meditation apps, stop building them. Use your fucking brain for something worthwhile. I'm in a frat. I think I brought that up a couple times. The biggest thing I learned in a frat is how to, quote, mean mug, which is how to look tough in pictures. I'll never forget, tastes like shit. I'll never forget, we go to the chapter, the frat chapter is going to take its chapter picture. We're all lining up for a picture. I'm fucking cheesing, and then I hear somebody shout, yo, mean mug boys, mean mug. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I hear that it kind of ripples through the crowd like a wave. Mean mug, yo, mean mug. And then I kind of look everyone around, and I think I'm still cheesing. I don't really get it. And then somebody taps me on the shoulder, and they're like, yo, fucking mean mug. And I'm like, what? And they're like, fucking, go like this. And I'm like, oh, shit. And then you fucking mean mug. You like, sup, And then the picture looks sick. It looks really great. And so I never knew that was an option in pictures. To just, look like a tough guy. I was always like. So that was a good lesson. Just talking about the world and shit. The world's so fucked. I can't wash my clothes without feeling guilty, Every time you wash your clothes, tiny pieces of the fabric are stripped from the article of clothing and mix in with the water. Minuscule, I think microscopic even. And this shit flows into the ocean, and it's very tiny pieces. And it's so tiny, it's in our cells and shit and in our bodies. And now it's permeating all the water in the world. And there's nothing we can do about it. It's just fuck. And every time I wash my clothes, I'm just putting more of that shit in there. It's just Jesus, Can't catch a fucking break. The fucking Nazis are returning. The fucking planet is melting, and now I can't even fucking wash my clothes because I'm going to fuck up some duck's eyeball with my piece of clothing. Jesus fucking Christ. You know what I mean? Some idiot one time, he asked me, how do you like your scrambled eggs? Runny or solid? And it's like, bro, I like them good. Runny or solid shouldn't be, it's not how scrambled eggs are made. They need to be just the right consistency. Also, who the fuck likes runny scrambled eggs? That's nasty as shit. If your scrambled eggs can drip, that's gross, man. No dripping in scrambled eggs. They need to be tight but still moist. It's not, there shouldn't be such a thing as how do you like your scrambled eggs. It should just be this is what scrambled eggs are, and then you eat them. You want to cook them, because then if you cook them too much, they taste like shit. They get that stale, it's that really eggy taste. It's so nasty. So anyway, cook your scrambled eggs right. Same thing with, I got this shitty dry erase. Don't even worry about it. Ghosting sucks. Don't ghost, man. I'm taking a stand for it. Ghosting's not cool. Shouldn't be a normal thing in our society. Don't fucking ghost. Don't ghost anybody. Don't ghost like people you've only met once. Don't ghost your close friends and family. Don't ghost your parents. Respond to your fucking parents. Don't ghost on emails. Don't ghost on Messenger. Don't ghost on fucking Instagram. Don't ghost on texting. Don't ghost on phone calls. Don't fucking ghost. It's so whack. It's so whack. Because a person is fucking, reaching out to you. They're putting in the effort to be like, hey, like, I would like to communicate with you in some way. And, it's the least you can do to just be like, I don't want to communicate with you, And that would be the appropriate response if you're like, fuck that person. Just figure out a way to say fuck you to them that you're comfortable with, But don't ghost. That's pussy shit. It's cowardice, Now, there's some exceptions, right? Because if you're a woman online and you're getting hit up left and right, fucking dick pic slapping you in the face and shit, then I get it, Especially if some guy's fucking harassing the shit out of you, and it's like online too much and you don't want to engage. Yeah. But in general, don't fucking ghost. Grow a spine and fucking tell somebody to fuck off if you don't want to talk to them. It's good shit. Changing food size makes it taste better. You ever try eating a carrot? It's delicious at the start when the carrot is small. But then when you get to the end, it gets less manageable. And soon you're eating it like this. And it's like crunching like a motherfucker. By the time you get to the end, even if you have, delicious hummus to dip the carrot into, it's still like the struggle of eating this meal is reducing the enjoyment I'm getting from the taste. The flavors haven't changed, but the struggle is altering the flavor. I swear to God, carrots taste worse at the end of the carrot when it's thick as opposed to the middle. Not to mention the actual perhaps pain you would get, from like crunching on it if it hits your tooth the wrong way or hits your palate or whatever. But you take that same thick ass carrot at the end, you cut it into quarters, right, lengthwise. You put it in some water to maybe freshen it up a bit. But even if you didn't put it in the water, you cut it into quarters, it's delicious again, right? Thin, small, manageable. You dip it in some hummus, fucking off to the races. Good to go. So there you go. What else I got on here? Every book is a New York Times bestseller. Talk about low barrier to entry. Every fucking book you see, New York Times bestseller, New York Times bestseller, New York Times bestseller. I feel like it's more rare if you go into like chapters or something to see a book that's not a New York Times bestseller. You know what I mean? Like, shouldn't that be a little higher? This is a New York Times best-selling book. The way it sounds, you'd think it would be like more prestigious, but every fucking book, the piece of shit books, like the Dan Brown books, like Da Vinci Code and Inferno. Look, I get it. Those books have their appeal, and they're good. They're entertaining. I read them. I really liked them. But their writing is shit. It's awful writing. You know what I mean? And it's still New York Times bestseller, like top of the list fucking bestseller. And it's like, look, even if you love those books and you think I'm a fucking asshole for saying that, you got to admit, there's every book, New York Times bestseller. It's like, bro, I could shit out a fucking novel and put it on there, Maybe I fucking will. Anyway. Let's see. Speaking of books, self-help books are bullshit. I think I'm just going to skip that, though. What's this? Entrepreneurs. Oh, yeah. Entrepreneurs are the same thing as cults. No, actually, entrepreneurs are not as bad as cults. But you know what they are like? Entrepreneurism and that whole fucking scene is to like bros as astrology is to girls, That's the same shit, right? You get that fucking friend of yours who never shuts the fuck up about Tim Ferriss. I did 4-hour work week. Shut the fuck up. This billionaire just getting rich off the backs of fucking rubes. Right? Just idiots who are like, I'm going to be a billionaire by reading this book. No, you're not. Shut up. I hate that. I hate it because it peddles false hope. And instead of forcing people to face the issues in their lives, it's like, here's a magic book. Why don't you fucking read this and then you'll be happy? And everyone's, oh no shit. And but the thing is, they dress it up under science and like researched claims. But at the heart of it, it's the same bullshit as like The Secret, or it's the same bullshit as some piece of shit cult coming to you and be like, do you want to be happy forever? All you have to do is swear allegiance to this blah, 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 you know, and then you're happy. It's the same thing. You just fucking jerk off to Tim Ferriss and Tony Robbins a couple times, and now your life has changed. It's the same thing with astrology. In fact, I would actually argue that astrology is a little bit less negative, because it's kind of like most people who are involved in it know it's kind of jokey, and they don't have a problem saying that. But if you talk to somebody about like, you know, whatever fucking dumb podcast they're listening to that's about synergy or growth or whatever the fuck that bullshit means, and they're like, oh yeah, like I fucking was looking at this podcast, and based on that I have to do like this thing with my life. And it's like, and then you try to tell them like, you know what, probably a lot of that is bullshit, and you should just, you know, take a step back and take a look at your own life and not have, you know, it's like high density advice shoved into your ear all the time. You know, if you say that to them, like, hey, like what you're listening to is kind of bullshit and like really intense, and maybe just like pump the brakes, they'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's backed by science and fucking holy shit. Yeah, baby. That's the shit. Mwah. That's some fucking shit. Fuck yeah, dog. We're gonna keep going though because this is great. Yeah, but they'll be like, no, that's fucking backed by science, and you know, blah, blah. Whereas if you tell that to like somebody who's really into astrology, they'll kind of be like, yeah, like, you know, I know maybe it's kind of silly or whatever, but like I really believe it and I really like it and I believe it, and then it's fine. But if you tell it to like some fucking entrepreneur nerd who's wearing a tight button-up sweater and like some bullshit he bought, you know, off Insta, I don't know. They're not as fucking, they'll freak out. And it's the same energy. It's just people following blindly without thinking for themselves, right? Use your fucking head, take a look inside, figure out what's going on with your own body before you decide to, you know, take on belief systems. Make sure you're believing things for the right reasons and you're not just escaping into them. Because escapism comes in many forms. It's not just jerking off and fucking drugs. There's more forms of escapism. So anyway, that's my sermon. Don't listen to me either. I don't fucking know what I'm talking about. Don't listen to me. My podcast is called Things I Hate. I'm a big fucking idiot. Do whatever you want. Okay. Windex pump bottles. Those fucking bottles that you spray, the squeeze bottles. They never work. They're always like you squeeze them and then it kind of dribbles out on the first squeeze and then it goes. Okay, anyway, it don't fucking matter. That's kind of intense. What's this shit? Oh. Yeah, my podcast is called Things I Hate. Yeah, I'm fucking ornery. That means I'm irritable. Yeah, I'm fucking aggravated. Yeah, I curse a lot. Yeah, I'm angry. I have a sweet side. I enjoy beautiful things too. And I will tell you a beautiful thing right now. The best part about having a partner, right? Girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. They, them, I don't care. The best part about having a partner is when you get to leave a party with your partner, right? You go with your partner to a party. You have a great time. All your friends are there. It's great. You have a great time. You shoot the shit with your friends, blah, 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 blah. It's good. But then you leave, and you leave with your best friend, right? Your partner. And it's really good and tight. And you leave, and then you get in the car, and you drive home. And, like, you get to, like, talk shit about your friends. Because, like, yeah, they're your friends, but also, like, fuck those guys. You know? So you talk shit about them a bit. Or maybe you're not even talking shit. Maybe you're like, yeah, I fucking love that guy. But, like, yeah, I'm chilling with you. And it's like you get to leave with the person, and it's like a really intimate thing because you're going from, you know, a group social setting where you are kind of have relationships with everyone. But then as you leave together, it's both of you saying, hey, we're at this great place. All my friends are here. But you know what? They don't compare to you. And you leave together, and it's beautiful. And I really like that. So if anyone ever says Tom doesn't have a heart, fuck you. I have a big heart. Okay. Oh, yeah. What's this shit? Oh. I was at my parents' place this weekend. My mom picked up some apples. Organic apples, you know. What's the point of the organic movement? The organic movement is healthier for you, human, right? Better ingredients, better plants. Better for the environment, right? I don't want to buy a plant that uses bad pesticides. I want the organic plant that takes the environment into consideration and, you know, green, environmentally friendly, good plants. We get the fucking apples. My mom puts them on the table. What do I see on the apples? Each apple is wrapped in a sticker, and the sticker says organic. So now we have to take the sticker off of each fucking apple, right? Wash off the sticker glue residue so that we don't get glue cancer, and then throw the stickers out. What the fuck are you thinking, you dumb idiot? Why would you make an organic apple and then wrap it in plastic? Are you fucking dense? This is why I get so mad all the time, because it's just like, bro, just open your fucking eyes and take a look at what you're doing, and just take 1 second, and just be like, is the thing that I'm about to do, does it make sense? Is it logical? And if it doesn't make sense, then don't fucking do it. And if you don't know the difference, kill yourself. No, I'm too harsh. But yeah, kill yourself. But no, don't do it. But it's like, bro, it's just dog. How can you make a biologique fucking organic apple and then wrap it in plastic? It's like, oh, it didn't make any fucking sense. So we had to sit there scraping off these stickers like some kind of idiot, you know, with my dad. And my dad picks his nails. He's trying to scrape the sticker off. And I'm like, and it says organic. It's such an insult, right? It's like they put organic on the sticker that we're going to throw out. It's just like, they're like, it's almost like they're like, look at this, you fucking idiot. You bought organic apples with a sticker, and now you have to throw out the sticker, you fucking idiot. That's what I felt like was being said to me, you know, just because they put the sticker on. What do we got here? Last thing, related to food sizes. Another thing that increases your dining experience, cup and dish sizes, right? If you have this cup, I'm not a big fan of. Look at how wide the mouth is. It's, you know, it's just too intense. It's too much. It's too fat. I like my mom, she's a pro at this. My mom has all these different size containers for things. You know, it's like when you get a Tupperware that's like just the right size. Oh, doesn't that feel good? You get those tiny little Tupperwares, and maybe you just put a little bit of sauce in there and it fits perfectly. Oh, baby, you know? Or the same thing is said for plates and cups. That's why, like, my cousin was over. We made martinis. The only glasses I had were old Tostitos jars. Now, don't get me wrong. Martinis were still great. But, you know, you kind of feel bummy. So I guess I'm just getting to that point in my life where I appreciate the finer things in life. But it's like, as a kid, or like even, you know, as an adolescent, whatever, 20-something, you're like, man, like, fuck it. I don't need, and, you know, especially my mom. Like, Mom, we don't need all these different size things. But then, like, you know, you wake up in the morning and it's like sunny day. And then you get your coffee ready, you know. You froth your milk. Get it all beautiful. The sun is beaming in through the windows. You make a delicious breakfast. And then you pull out your plates. And if your plate is too big for the meal, it makes it look foolish. And then your meal is not as nice as you would. And it ruins the atmosphere, right? Atmosphere and a place setting and the things that you interact with, it's as much of a work of art as like a painting. And a painting needs balance, right? Just like the things you interact with. And so, you know, if you have your nice breakfast and then you have a big, you know, too big a plate, or you have this cup that's like too big, or you can't hold the cup well, it really wrecks it. But, you know, Mama, she's whatever, 60-something, upper middle class white lady. She's got fucking every little time I go back, she's got the beautiful coffee mugs, all matching, you know, saucers, and she's got all these little perfect martini glass, and you make it, and you just feel really good. So the little fancy things, they fucking matter. Okay, I think that's it. That was kind of short and it felt pretty quick, but I hope you guys liked that. That was fun on the bun. Have some clips coming out. I love you guys tons. I'll see you next week.